Lego has been used in education for a while now, either in engineering or as a design tool. But for business classes at the University of Chichester, it takes on an altogether more creative role. Our reporter Richard Stringer went to find out how the popular toy is being used in the classroom there.
Lego. Most of us would have played with it at some point, and some of us never stopped. But how can Lego be used in higher education, or even business? Well, at the University of Chichester, they are using the notion of serious play to unblock students' creativity.
When we build Lego, we're not building specific models necessarily. What we're encouraging students to do is to use Lego to present ideas in a metaphor. So it's not an exact replica. So they are expressing their own ideas and interpretations using the different Lego sets that we've actually got available. And the whole premise of using Lego Serious Play is that there isn't really a right or wrong answer to what you're actually doing, but it's based on a person's interpretation. And as part of the methodology, you don't really question that. You just take it and you listen to what the different people in the group actually have to say about what they've actually built. I'm a real proponent of using play in higher education to unblock students' minds when it comes to actually tackling larger issues.
So, what actually is serious play, and how does it work?
I think serious play is just play that has a discernible outcome. So there is a danger when you start playing that you just play, and that's part of it to actually break down and unlock creativity. But there has to be an outcome at the end. So what have you actually learnt from actually using this session today? And so what we try and do in the business school as a whole is just embrace the best ways to actually capture and engage students. And when you see the outcomes of what they've actually produced, and when they start reflecting on what they've actually created, you can actually see the business principles actually coming through in terms of their final builds. If you have all sorts of different characters, you can tell different stories. So the one thing I've concentrated on is collecting a wide variety of different bits of Lego. So for example, if we take Darth Vader and we have a stormtrooper as an example, the story there is if we ask somebody to explain who they are, they might say, well, I'm slightly paramad. And they represent that through that kind of thing. If you start putting different people together of all sorts of different persuasions, you then develop a session which is talking about dealing with different social groups or different ethnic profiles or things like that, and just different stakeholder groups and the diversity that you might find in a particular destination. It very simply is down to the imagination of the student to actually tell the story and who they actually think they are, and that's the fun of it. And then the challenge is, what do you use Chewbacca for? Another really interesting element of using Lego is that it's very inclusive. In the business school, we have lots of international students, and they don't get left out because everybody's played with Lego, and it's a great way of actually getting all sorts of students from different backgrounds to actually work with each other, which is really productive.
Well, when Andy first started playing with Lego, I did think, oh my God, who is this? What are we doing? But now I actually love it. Like, I think it's a brilliant idea. I think it's something that needs to be introduced into education. So. I made my passport with all my visas and stamps on that I've accumulated over the years, and now I've made a Ferris wheel because I don't know where I'll be in the next 5 years. So the Ferris wheel has the 6 different options on it. So Andy's lessons are definitely my favourite lessons of the week, just because you never know what you're going to get, and they're always really fun. So.
And after class is done for the day, does Andy go home and play with Lego?
I have 2 sons, and we have got more Lego in our house than I know what to do with, and this is mine and not theirs. So yes, I do. Yeah, so I get to play with it at work, and it's when you tell people that you play with Lego for a living, you do get some quite funny looks.
This is Richard Stringer for That's Solent.